It's time for review number 2 in my series featuring 12-year-old Scotch whiskies. Let's bring on the Kilkerran. I'm Big Al and welcome to Whisky Straight. If whisky's your thing, you've come to the right place. So please consider hitting that subscribe button, and while you're at it, don't forget to ring that bell notification so you can join me in my spiritual odyssey through the wonderful world of whisky. Now today, it is the second whisky that prompted me to do this series on 12-year-old Scotches, and that means, yes, we're off to Campbelltown and to the Mitchell's Glengyle distillery to have a look here at the Kilkerran 12. Now, this is a whisky that ticks all the boxes once again. It's non-chill filtered, it's naturally coloured, it's bottled at that sweet spot of 46% ABV, and on top of that, it's matured 70% in bourbon casks and 30% in sherry casks. And as an added bonus, it is fantastically priced at 35-36 quid, which is just brilliant. So if you've got a bottle of this, please pour yourself a dram and join with me and share it with me as I go through this review. So let's get right on into it and start off on the nose. Sláinte. Now it's immediately clear that this is a very lightly peated whisky. And that note does permeate right through the dried sherried fruits that come thereafter. Now, as you would expect from a whisky with a sherry cask influence, there are raisins there, there's sultanas, but in this case they're reasonably subtle. And what I really like here is there's a lovely plum note just poking through. It's rich, it's vibrant, it does add to the whole experience. And then it becomes cherry, and a very lovely, enticing, inviting cherry aroma it is too. Now we've got oak and a mix of dark chocolate, milk chocolate, pretty even balanced there. And that cherry note, it's still there, but now it wafts into a nice, rich, vibrant strawberry. And the strawberry at this stage, the way I'm getting it is, it's quite prominent. It even would remind you of a strawberry milkshake. Now, once you get right into the glass, that peatiness does have a nice earthiness to it, and it does add to the overall sort of contrasty, complex nose that we're getting here. It really is a lovely, lovely nose, and it's beautifully balanced. So onto the palate. Cheers. Oh yes, right off. The lovely, big, vibrant, rich, crisp dollop of fresh citrus fruits. It's zesty, it's zingy, it's got a bit of spice in there. Now that initial lemon from the citrus note, it's becoming a wee bit more orange peel now. Still zesty, a nice zing there. And then as it crosses the mid palate towards the rear, in comes that oak. Slightly drying, but very warming in nature as well. All in all, a great first experience of a sip. So let's go in again and see what we get. Mulled Christmas spices, sherry soaked dark fruits, a wee touch of Christmas. It's all coming into play now, and what's really nice about it is it's rich, it's vibrant, it's full-bodied, it's got character. There's lots going on here, and it really is a taste sensation. It's just like dancing all around the palate, coating the inside of the mouth. Really beautiful, big, bold flavours. Such a lovely whisky. Now on the back of that, here comes a chocolate note again. It's lovely, it's smooth, it's silky, it's creamy. a wee bit of heat with it as well. But what we're talking here in terms of chocolate is it's mostly milky, but this is chocolate you get from a chocolatier. This isn't stuff you'll get in a supermarket. This is good quality, rich, full-bodied, flavourful chocolate that when you get it, you know you've had something that's a notch or two up the scale, top shelf stuff. And then that milkiness, it becomes a wee bit darker in nature. And then right there in the end, there's a lovely wee hint of raisin there as well. It's a very, very elegant whisky. Now a drop of orange joins that chocolate note. They blend well together. There's a wee bit of zesty spiciness still there, coming from a touch of orange peel, perhaps even also a hint of nutmeg. And then right in, coming through on the back, is the oak again. And this time the oak is bringing with it a darker flavour. It's tannic, it's a bit drying. There's like a strong, bitter coffee note coming in there through, but it still does retain that bit of chocolate and the blend with the oak. And right the way through this, that peaty element is there. It just permeates everything, and it does it in a non-invasive way. In fact, you could almost say it's the binding agent, almost like the controller, and it tells all those other aromas and flavours where to go, what their place is, so that what you get here is not only a complex whisky, it's a controlled, balanced and complementary flavoured whisky. This is just a fabulous whisky. It's silky, it's smooth, it's mouth coating, it's creamy. It just keeps on giving with those lingering flavours, and those flavours, as I've said, are complementary while being contrasty and complex, and it's just a whisky that keeps on giving. You know, it's 12-year-old, but you could be mistaken for thinking it was even older. It's such good quality here, and I have to say, this is definitely a must-buy whisky. This is the kind of whisky you need in your life. It's that good, and if you could pick a bottle of it up, just do, because believe me, it is that good. And when you think about the quality you're getting here for the price, like 35, 36 quid, that's not a bargain, it's a bloody steal. So if you see one, just pick it up. Simple as. And even if you're not into peated whiskies, don't let that put you off. This is lightly peated. It's complementary to all those flavours. So pick it up. You never know, this could be the start of a new branch of your whisky journey, and it could lead you on to even more peated whiskies. You know, you really do have to try these things, expand your palate and get to know your whiskies, and it really is an enjoyable journey. So all in all, this really does merit a 92 score from me. It is really that good. So I hope you've enjoyed the review. If you've had the Kilkerran 12, please let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are on it. And if you'd like to know any more about the Glengyle distillery, I've got a link down in the description, so you can look it up there and find out a wee bit more. But anyway, folks, thanks once again. Please help the channel out, smash that like button, it all helps. And as I said before, if you've got this far, you haven't subscribed, please do. Please ring that bell notification so we can stay in touch and continue our whisky journeys together. And until the next time, please look after yourselves, look after each other, stay safe, and keep on drinking your whisky the way you like it. Sláinte.